Moving on to my neck of the woods in a game that somewhat matters, although some of the news that came out today might lead you to believe it doesn't matter. But anyways, it is the Washington Commanders heading to Philadelphia to face my Eagles. The Eagles are going to be 7-point favorites. The over-under sitting at 41.5. Your money line has Washington plus 270. And Philadelphia minus 340. I'm going to put a big asterisk on this because I should have said this beforehand. This line has moved dramatically. I put this together yesterday. I believe this line is down to -4 now. As the news that the Eagles are going to be resting majority of their starters. Despite having an outside shot at the 2 seed, they would need some help. Myself personally, I expected them to at least play a half and kind of keep an eye and see, who knows, if Detroit hops up to a, 10, 14 point lead, maybe you ride it out and you try and go for the kill. Or vice versa. If the Bears go up 10 points early on, you kind of throw up the white flag and say, hey, let's see what we got. So again, week 18, I've always said week 1, week 2, some of the hardest weeks to truly gamble in the NFL because you don't really know. These type of games are very similar for the same exact reason. I don't know how much these teams want to win the game, more so rather than get out healthy, at least for the Eagles side of things. I think the Commanders would like to get the win, but mainly for posterity's sake. Again, I think a lot of it's going to come down to what the Bears do if you don't believe the reports. But if you do believe the reports, I still like the Eagles to cover. Or no, I'm sorry, Washington to cover this. Tanner McKee is great in the preseason. Struggled a bit regular season when they've asked him to come in. Now the 4, as long as it stays above or at 4 or above, I'm okay there with holding on with Washington. But I do think the Eagles do win this game. Jake Elliott looked just fine last week, so not a whole lot of cause for concern, although we'll still kind of have that pit in our stomach. I don't know. I do wonder if that will also affect the scoring. I don't have the number in front of me. I only checked the spread. Raider Jim, I don't know if you have the over-under, if it's moved from 41.5.
I still have 41.5.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So I'm going to go under that one as well. The Eagles offense is offensive to watch. It's so frustrating. It feels like a bad prank. As good as the Eagles defense is, the offense is just as bad. And the frustrating part is they'll have moments where they'll have drives where they look absolutely unbeatable. And then they'll come out and they'll look like a high school team could run them into the ground. But with that being said, that defense is very good, very physical, gets another win, keeps things going. But again, we're staring down a 3 seed more than likely and only 1 home game guaranteed. Very unfortunate. But in this one, I do like Washington as long as we stay above 4, say at or above 4 and under 41.5. Raider Jim, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think the best way that I've seen, or best thing I've seen written about this game by one of the reporters was Washington's been waiting to go home for the last 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And so that might already be their mindset. I mean, who knows? Have they already gone in and cleaned out their lockers at the stadium? And once they get done on win or lose on Sunday, it's like, hey, shake hands and I'm going back to California. I'm going to Hawaii and my wife wants me home for dinner. So that might be very well what the Eagles are going to be facing. And I think it is going to be what happens. I don't like the way the Eagle offense has been playing. You have said that yourself. But yeah, I mean, inclement was an understatement in that Buffalo game, but still to get shut out like they did the second half of that was, wow, that was close. And then the defense is playing real good ball. And I think the defense is going to shut down Washington. No problem. I think they're going to bring enough game to go ahead. Give me -3.5 for the Eagles. I'm going to take the Eagles to cover on this one. 7, I wouldn't have, but 3.5, yeah, I think they can do that. I see them winning by 6. And then the over under, I'm with you. This one's going to be under on at 41.5. I just don't see points being scored.
Yeah, I'm and look, I know Washington has a bad offense, and the Eagles, maybe with the exception, and I'm sorry, but with the exception of the Raider game, the best offensively. I know. I like, as I'm formulating the sentence, I'm just like, shoot. Yeah, it's like, gosh,
you just can't avoid it.
Anyway, so maybe their best offensive performance fully in a game was against Washington just a couple weeks back. But even that had some moments, if you will. And yeah, I just think this number is way too high, even with a bad defense in Washington. 41.5 almost seems like a trap.